Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of the Sandbox Love Podcast. My name is Aola Matty. Let's talk ball. It's playoff time. Well, it's technically the play-in, but hey, who cares? It's playoff time. We have two games to talk about today. The first game is the Orlando Magic versus the Atlanta Hawks. That should be an interesting game. Any game with Ice Trae where there's some meaning to it is going to be exciting. Trae's tough to guard, especially in a playoff setting. Trae's not afraid of taking and making big shots and making plays down the stretch for his team, right? But I just think this year, especially with all the injuries, especially injuries to Jalen Johnson, especially, I just think it's not the Hawks' year this year. I think the Orlando Magic, shout out to Jamal Mosley and coaching them up. They've had injuries all year, and I do not know how they got to this point, but they're here. Banchero was injured, I think, the first half of the season, and then Franz went down for an extended period of time. Other than that, it's been a next man up mantra with Jamal Mosley and his team, and they've been pretty successful this year, right? Suggs has played well, Wendell Carter's played well, and a couple of other Orlando Magic players have played well as well. So shout outs to them. I see Orlando winning this game, to be honest with you. I just think that Jamal Mosley and the crew, they play extremely hard defense, and it's always a next man up. It could be Franz one night, it could be Banchero, and the next night it could be Wendell Carter the other night. They just play through the hot person. Whoever's hot that game, they just run the offense through them, right? And that's unselfish. I like that type of basketball. They lead with ball movement. It's defense first. Their defense leads into offense, especially in transition. Yeah, I don't know. I like the Orlando's, that scrappy bunch. They just play motivated basketball. They play the right way. So I have Orlando winning in that game. I just think that it's too much for Trae. I think once Orlando starts double teaming him and making them pass, who's going to score? Like, Dyson Daniels is a great defender, but to have him as your number two scorer, or maybe Trey Mann, like who shows up as the number two scorer for the Hawks, right? Maybe Clint Capella. I think that's the only advantage the Hawks may have in this game is inside presence, right? Clint Capella is a veteran when it comes to the playoffs. He's been to the playoffs a couple of times, so he knows what to expect. He's a rim protector. He runs the floor like a gazelle. So I just think that that's the only advantage the Hawks may have in the game. But even then, Wendell Carter, he's an impressive young talent, and when motivated, could play up to a particular level, right? An all-star level, right? So my pick for the game, I have the Orlando Magic winning the game. Slight favorites, slight, just a tad. The second game now is will be the Warriors versus the Grizzlies. I think this game's going to be a lot closer than a lot of people think. I think there's just too much dysfunction in Memphis right now for Memphis to do something big in the playoffs. So I have the Warriors coming out of this game, especially after dropping a disappointing loss to the Clippers for seeding. I just think that from top to bottom, from head coach to players, they're seasoned veterans, right? Steve Kerr knows what button to push at a certain period in the game, right? To change the outcome of the game. I just think the Warriors now, they're just ready to go playoff wise, right? I just think Draymond's going to take a step back on the offensive end and pick it up on the defensive end, while Jimmy Butler is going to take that necessary step offensively to make sure that the Warriors now don't lack in scoring, right? We know what Chef Curry's going to bring to the table. We all know this. What is Jimmy Butler going to bring to the table now? That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. And I think Jimmy Butler now, playoff time, the lights are the brightest. Jimmy Butler always shows up. I'll repeat, Jimmy Butler always shows up when the lights is on. So this is no different. I think they beat the Grizzlies, and they beat them handily. But hey, this is just one man's opinion. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, share the content with a friend. Peace.